Okay, we're back with Spirit of the Dragon Fire Pie Show Tournament. This is round 6, and I am playing guest against Fire Nation Sako. Just going to do my normal opening. I've been thinking recently, and even though I do believe guest has the advantage in Fire Pie Show, I feel like personally for me, I am better at playing host than I am playing guest. I feel like host fits my playstyle with Fire Pie Show a lot better. Unfortunately, we get a boat right away, which is not the best, but we can do this, and it's not a terrible move. Cuts off this and cuts off this. Right now, FNS has no MCH openings, so not the worst thing ever. I don't mind getting that first turn in this scenario. I don't mind as much as I would if I was host. This works out somewhat okay with my white 3 being close enough to block this, so I don't mind this too much. Okay, we have a move. So, yes, okay, makes sense. Let's do just this. And white 3, very nice. Okay, don't see anything wrong with this. Yeah, I like my position here. I have a win threat. The FNS is going to have to address, and if they want to do it while making an MCH, they might have to gamble, which they did do, but they were able to pull a tile that saved them. So I think this is the best move because it gives me 2 MCHs. I don't see anything else that would come close to that. I don't think I have a win opportunity here. Pretty sure I don't. Oh, not even a wheel could work up here. So yeah, I think this is just the move. We do get a wheel anyways, but like I said, it's not going to give us the win or anything. We could just use it to move this boat, which I don't hate, or we use it to block FNS's well, they have a win opportunity, so yeah, we're going to be blocking them. Just going to put it in the middle. Okay, yeah, this is good. Next, for my next moves, I'm looking at this and this. Unfortunately, even if I do this, I don't have a win opportunity because I pulled this wheel, which is a little unfortunate, but it's okay. Red 3, Knotweed blocks my Harmony. Okay, so we're not going to be harmonizing with this white 3 because I want to move it off this Knotweed eventually anyway. We're going to be harmonizing with this white 3. So let's go here. Also, this way we get an opening, so it would be better regardless. So this is definitely the better one to harmonize with. Let's just do that. We get a red 3, and FNS does have a win opportunity, so we're going to block it by putting a red 3 here, I think, because it will have 2 openings. Or we could, no, it would be better to put it here because we only get 1 opening, but we just straight up get rid of an MCH, so definitely would be better there. Plus, we still have this opening with the red 5 we can use. Okay, so we can go for the win here, but what is the best way to go for it? We could put a white 3 here, hope for a... No, we got a boat. So no, white 4 here, white 3 here doesn't work actually. Neither does white 3 here or here. Actually, I don't have as many options as I thought I did for a win gamble. The only option I'm really seeing is white Lotus here, hope for a white 5. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. None of my Lotus gambles have paid off this tournament yet, so I think I'm due, but it probably is not gonna happen, it's improbable. Yes, it does not happen, okay. That is fine. We will just use this to block an MCH. It's too bad it does nothing boosting our Lotus. We could put it here to boost this white 3. It's not very necessary, but it's something I can do. Well, we could put it here to boost the white 3 and also block this. I think that's probably the best one. I don't really care that it boosts FNS's white 3 because there's not much FNS can really do. Yes, that is a good move. Very nice move. Let's see. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this. Oh wait, I can't do that because it's clashing. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. I think I'm gonna let FNS have this for now. It's tempting to break this up right away, but there's no reason to. I can wait to break this up on a future turn when it actually is better, like when I have a tile over here or something like that. So for now, we're gonna let FNS have that. We do plan to disrupt it in the future, but for now we're just going to do this. We get a red 5, which is actually pretty nice. I think I am just going to put it here. I don't see any win threats from FNS, so yeah, let's do this. And unfortunately, we don't have our white 3 or Lotus still, so this is not a win threat, but this is a win threat, and so is this. I suspect FNS will be able... Well, actually, it's not the easiest for FNS to block because of this move specifically. This move FNS can block, but this one's a bit more tricky. it will require an accent tile or moving a tile into the garden. So it's pretty risky if FNS wants to gamble for an accent tile. It's only a 1/3 chance that you get it right now. So actually this is kind of dangerous for FNS and kind of hard to deal with. So I like this a lot actually. That red 5 was probably the perfect pull. A white 4 wouldn't work the same because it can't go into the red garden. So that was a very fortunate pull for me. Yeah, so good move by FNS. It's kind of what you needed to do. And it works out. It's not even a bad move. They don't need to be making a Harmony every turn, like I said, because they're host. And they get rid of 2 of my MCHs. So not a bad move at all. But I think I am going to move this red 5 to harmonize with one of these white 3s. I'm thinking this one just so I don't block my red 3. And I have this. That looks to be the most sense to me, and then I'll have another win threat. So let's just do that, and it won't be the easiest for FNS to block once again. White 4, now we're going to block this because I don't see any other use for the white 4, and I don't see any win threat from FNS. So let's just do this. We have this, and of course we have our win threat, which will be a little tricky to block. So far, I don't really have anything to say about how FNS has been playing. I don't think they've done anything wrong. I think I've just gotten better tile pulls so far, to be completely honest. I think it's just been a little bit unfortunate for FNS. Okay, that is a good move though, and they got the accent tile they needed. That was very risky, but it worked out. So I'm looking at just this, once again, set up another win threat and just another MCH. This white 3 isn't doing anything here, except it is taking this spot, which is kind of useful for FNS because they'll have this move if I move, but they have lots of openings, so I'm not worried about giving them one more. They have many. I mean, they don't have that many, but they have more options than it's really worth worrying about. So yes, I'm just going to do this, I think. I don't think this is better. I don't think it matters too much, but I always just like getting them more close to the center. So I'm going to be doing this. It also potentially blocks this in the future, which is a little bit easier for FNS to potentially accomplish later. So white 5, we're putting it here or here. Here makes sense because it blocks this. I think that's just what we're going to do. And actually, FNS does have a win threat by putting a white 4 here and wheeling this. So I don't want that to happen. I'm going to block that. FNS only has 1 accent tile left. It's a wheel. It'll probably end up going around here. And I have a rock left, so I'm liking my position a lot. I'm pretty comfortable with this. I got very good tile pulls this game. And FNS hasn't even gotten the worst tile pulls. Like, this rock was absolutely necessary for them to stay alive, so they were very fortunate to pull that. But I think I've just gotten slightly better pulls. That's pretty much all that it comes down to in this game that I can see. None of their moves I've felt have been bad or even questionable. They all have made lots of sense and probably are some of the best moves that they could make in this position. I think it's just worked out for me pretty well. So yeah, they're pretty much forced to do this. They don't want to take the 1 and 5 gamble with the wheel. That would be very sketchy. So I'm just again looking at this, keeping up the pressure. You always keep up the pressure. It's always good. This red 5 isn't doing anything here. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think it's very nice when you can keep creating threats like this. I haven't had a game like this in the tournament yet, really, where I've been consistently been able to apply pressure with these Harmony Ring threats. And the nice thing about this move actually is if FNS pulls the wheel, they cannot put it here because of the rock, which is pretty nice actually, which is something you have to think about when you're placing your rock. If, like, you know, this might be a thing in the future, your rock might prevent you from blocking it with a wheel. So maybe this rock placement could be a little bit better, but that's something very hard to see. And, you know, okay. Well, I think this is the only move really. I don't see any win threat or win possibility for FNS, so we're just gonna do that, and I should just win. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 MCHs. FNS has 1. There's no way they can stop me at this point, especially when my last tile is the rock. But yeah, honestly, even though this was not a difficult or really challenging win for me at all, I don't think that has anything to do with how FNS played. I mean, sure, everyone can always play better. No one's perfect. But I really don't think they did anything wrong or made any big mistakes at all. I think it just came down to tile pulls for this game, to be completely honest. It just worked out very nicely for me. But I mean, yeah, looking back, I didn't really feel like any of FNS's moves were bad. This made the most sense to me. Maybe, like, sometimes I do say maybe prioritize putting a tile to harmonize. Maybe a nice move in this position instead of moving the red 5 here, which I think moving the red 5 here is good. But maybe actually putting a red 4 here would be better because it takes the spot away from me, and you have this opening and you get a harmony, so you can stay kind of close to me, you can keep up more. So it's hard to see, and I didn't really think of it when first going through this game, but in hindsight, I think maybe putting a red 4 here would be the better thing to do in this position. But this looks like a very obvious move, you know, this seems like it'd be very good, so I don't blame them at all for that. I think it'd probably be better to put the red 4 though, looking back on it. Other than that, this boat made sense, got rid of 2 of my MCHs. I got a wheel. Red 3, they got a not weed, blocked another MCH. Well, the only thing, okay, this is a little bit questionable to me. I see why they put the red 3 out here so that they have this, but I think I'd still argue just put the red 3 here, because this isn't a win threat really. It kind of is, but it's not a guaranteed win threat because you're gonna need to pull a wheel to get rid of this wheel. If you put the red 3 here, you have this idea, and then eventually you'll get the win threat again if you really want it. So I think maybe this was a little bit of an inaccuracy. I got a red 3 because yeah, I was able to take advantage of that and get rid of their MCH. This made sense, and again, see, this is a side effect of putting the red 3 here. They're not able to put a white 3 here, which is kind of rough. It creates 2 weak MCHs that can be blocked very easily. So just another reason, like, if you plan to harmonize with this red 5 like this, maybe don't put a red 3 here. That you kind of have to look ahead to see that, but I think that maybe messed up their position a little bit. I got a Lotus and a Knotweed. This I think was a good move, but yeah, no, I don't really have anything to say. I think this was a very good move. Move it here to block this and also open up this for your red 5 in the future, and then you use your bonus tile, which is a flower, to take advantage of the open Lotus. I don't think there's anything better really to do on that move with what they were given. And then this was a very nice pull for me. This was the best pull. It was a 1 in 5. To get the red 5 here was very nice because now this win threat is very, very scary. But honestly, this response isn't even that bad. You get rid of 2 MCHs and you get your red 5. Oh, I suppose I didn't see about this move though. It does break up their own MCH. I didn't see that at first. So it's not as good as I thought. But yeah, they were kind of forced into doing this if they didn't want to gamble for the accent tiles, which is, yeah, I gamble for the wins a lot, but when doing it defensively to try and stop my opponent from winning, I don't think I'd take that gamble either. Even though a 1 in 3 isn't the worst odds, it's still not comfortable to take at all. So I do this, I break this up, and they do this, which makes sense. Now they decided to gamble for an accent tile, which, okay. Yeah, I guess. I mean, since they got the accent tile, it worked. If they didn't get an accent tile, then it'd be a different story, but they got an accent tile, so this was a good move. I don't think there was much better to do, given that they got an accent tile. Then I had this, which was a nice move. But see, I say, like, yes, I do think I got very good pulls this game, but I think I was able to use my bonus tiles from the reserve a lot better just because of how I set up my position with a lot of these openings. I was able to use basically all these tiles for something. I left this so that I could break it up later, so even this white 4 had a use where it usually wouldn't else. This is the only spot where the white 4 could really be used if I pull it. So I made it so that all these tiles in my reserve could be used some way. So I think it's a mixture of luck, and also I set myself up in a very nice position to be able to use these tiles effectively. And then yeah, rock, and then I did this, which is a nice move, blocked this, which that would be very sneaky and actually very cool if FNS got that. If I didn't block this, which I did because I don't want to give FNS any opportunities when I'm dominating this much in my position. FNS could put a tile here and then wheel this, and that would be very tragic to lose for me. So they were forced to basically do this if they didn't want to gamble the 1 in 5, which is a lot worse odds than a 1 in 3. So that makes sense. Then I had this, which is where we're at now, and now there's just nothing you can do really. So I think I played this very well, but also this pull here was extremely fortunate. All of my pulls could have been used for something, but this one was definitely the best. This is a very scary harmony ring, and it shows the power of getting your tiles towards the center like this, where they're very hard to break up. It also shows the importance of pulling your accents early, which isn't a good thing. I mean, it shows the impactfulness of pulling your accent tiles early, because now you have a lot worse odds to try and stop this with accent tiles, which is the best way to stop me from winning at this point. So yeah, very fortunate pull there, but otherwise I think I just played very well. Not much else to say. But yeah, very good pulls here. Couldn't really complain about a lot of these. The only one that was not the best was probably the boat at the beginning. But it worked out because FNS made this move, which is probably worse than putting a red 4 here. I think this is their shot at really shutting down my position and making it a lot harder for me to do anything. And they would get a harmony bonus, so it would kind of force me to also get a harmony bonus. Because if they don't do a harmony bonus here, I have the freedom to do this move, which I like a lot. But if they put a red 4 here and got a harmony bonus, then it forces me into kind of also making a harmony bonus, and I don't have this MCH opening anymore. So I think that would probably be their best move. And that's not even talking about what bonus tile they'd get from the reserve, so even more development. So yeah, just this put them behind and with their development early on, which was a bit rough. I think the game's pretty much over. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to make their last move right now, because even if they, let's say they put a tile here, harmonize with this, they have 2 MCHs, then they pull a wheel, put it here, pull the white 3 here, I would have 2 MCHs, and then all I have to do is put a red 3 here and then rock. So yeah, it's impossible for them to win. So yeah, GG's, great game. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.